My warm greetings to all of you listening to me. Namaste. This is officially the first episode you are listening to. After many sporadic trials, I have finally gathered up the courage and started with this podcast because I really felt that with the advancement of social media and technology in general, it would be unfair to not use the opportunity we have in front of us to be able to connect, share, grow and learn together. Put it this way, I chose English as my primary language because I want to be able to connect with many listeners, not just in this country, but from around the globe. Let me dive into the subject matter. The subject matter of our conversation or my monologue today is well-being, and this is the only area or one of the fundamental area I really want to talk and share and learn together. I really feel like nowadays I think the youths, the kids, children's, even mid-generation, a lot of people are really distracted. I really think I was not very satisfied with what I was doing, and chances are because I rarely paid attention to the inherent well-being inclination of our human body and mind.
What all of you think that all of us really want in our life? What would be one thing which unanimously almost every human being on the planet would want or desire for or wish for themselves? And I think, again, I go back to the topic, I think one thing all of us unanimously want out of our life is happiness, that sense of well-being. No matter how rich or poor, healthy or unhealthy, single, married or divorced, no matter which race or creed we belong to, where we live or where we work, we all aspire to feel good about ourselves and be a bit happier than what we were yesterday or a few moments before, right?
Roses and candies. So we stop looking for that sense of well-being out in the outer world. It is not in the distant future. It is not in our mind. It's not in our imagination. It is here, and usually it is always in the moment. It is in the presence. But before we could feel and sense and claim that happiness that exists in the moment, I had to be practical, and I have to tell you my experience. We had to be at times physically and mentally ready. We should at least take the first
Today,
step towards
I'm
the
gonna
right path. Share three steps we could take towards unlocking this key towards personal happiness. These three keys had been around for centuries, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard it so many times, just like I had when I was really young. But the problem is not a lot of us really pay attention to at least 6 days a week. The exercise that could be as simple as walking or maybe running really primes you for a healthier body and healthier outlook overall. It doesn't have to be a complicated gym session. It doesn't have to be like complicated Zumba dancing session. As a matter of fact, what I believe is the more simpler it is, better, because the chances are if it is simple, you will continue it for a long period. I can't comprehend why I did not exercise consistently in the first place. Why? Because it was so easy, but I didn't do it, right? Second step for the well-being, I believe again is gonna sound like exercise. I'm sure you guys are gonna be like, dude, I knew this. But this is the another key, is the right food, right diet. You had rather felt it was unnecessary and extra work and baggage to go search for right food, and I would just eat it for the sake of just to quench my appetite, or just if it tasted good I would eat. Also, the excessive inclination of this culture towards drinking alcohol and other narcotics is what's contributing to a lot of youths not feeling their best self, their system. So I would highly urge all of us to pay a lot of attention to what we feed into our body. You know, it's not rocket science what's good food. Good foods is, I believe, usually fresh, not stale food. You know, you have to lean towards fresher whole food, really less processed food. Try to avoid a lot of sugars and carbs on your diet. Lean onto vegetables and fruits, and I also believe vegetarian diet complements our body and soul. Let me get into the food for the mind. That is one of the prime aspects where most of us fail. You want to purify your brain. We'll talk about meditation in coming episode, which plays an important role on self-purification. But if you are not into meditation, at least you want to check what you are feeding on your brain, your thought processes. Personally, I think thoughts play a more important role than action. Life on earth is really precious. Only spend your time doing wholesome actions which are against your inner peace. You shouldn't do it. We shouldn't do it. Nobody should do it. And what's the way to determine what's the action we should engage ourselves in?
Very simple, okay? You shouldn't be engaging in any actions which would put a detrimental, harmful effect to yourself first and eventually to others. Okay? So, in basics, there can be killings, no killing. There can be cheating, no sexual misconducts, no lying, right? No intoxications or narcotics, right? So if we at least save ourselves from few of these bad or unwanted actions, we would really feel good about ourselves. And without knowing, we would be contributing to the well-being of not just of ourselves, but the people closer to us, to well-being of our kids, of our parents, of our friends, and then to the strangers. And eventually, we will be contributing to the well-being of the whole universe, whole world first, and the universe, right? And there's no way we wouldn't feel good about ourselves if we stick to at least these basic three. All right, this was my first episode. Guys, these were my thoughts, and feel free to leave me comments or text me directly, message me what you think are some of the ways to really reclaim the happiness, feel good about ourselves. What are the ways you practice in your daily life to really enhance the mood, to really enhance the sense of well-being in general? I'd love to hear from you, and I'm
grateful for this immense patience, and I'm looking forward to connect with you guys in my second episode, which would be in the first week of October. Thank you once again. Ciao, namaste, and take care.